Hi everyone, this is Amit, registered migration agent. Finally, we have an update from the department. Now they have clarified what were the changes would be, and because of that we have received so many inquiries. Students are calling us regarding what are the changes, who will be impacted, and what are the things going to be happen and when it going to be implemented. So in this video I'll try to clarify as much as I can. So let's talk about the first thing is it seems like there would be more permanent pathways for the temporary visa holders. So for example, there would be 4 years visa in which you could be eligible for permanent pathway, and you don't need to rely on one employer like currently. To apply for 186 visa, for example, you must have worked for that employer for 2 years. So there would be flexibility to changing the employers. You don't need to stick with the one employer. It seems like there would be different pathways. People who are earning from 0 to 70k would be one pathway. From 70k to 135k would be a second pathway. And people who are earning above 135k would have the different permanent pathway, and they would be given priority. So let's talk about the LMT, labor marketing testing. So now at the moment it's very complicated. The department wants to get rid of and make it very simplified for everyone, for the department, for the employees, for the agents, everyone. And there would be a transparency of the sponsored employees, which means anyone can access that data and applicant can directly contact the employer, and they can check who is eligible for the sponsor, and they don't need to contact third parties. They can directly contact the employer from there. It means there would be more flexibility between the candidate and the employers. The third thing is the department is going to do is the reduce visa subclasses by 20. For example, there are different subclasses for onshore visas and the offshore visas. Department will merge them into one. So there would be no onshore visa, no offshore. It would be a one subclass for that. Now the priority would be given to the regional areas. Means employees who are located in the regional area, they would be given the first or the very first priority, plus the working holiday visa holders. So now talk about the subclass 500, which is called a student visa, and subclass 485, the major changes. As you might have heard that there would be no student visa after 485. So let's just clarify what that means. So firstly, I'll talk about the GST, General Student Test, which will clarify what are the career progression and what will the career outcome the student will get from one course. So department wants you to be clarified. It is department has not notified how they're going to do it. It would be a kind of GT statement or it would be an interview. We don't have any clarification on that at the moment. The age for 485, it will be reduced from 50 to 35 only, because having age of 50 years old for temporary, but for permanent residency is a 45. So that is called permanently on a temporary visa. So that's why department want to get rid of this thing and want to reduce the age limit from 485 visa to 35 years old. So onshore student visas. So how it will work? A lot of students are changing the course from one course to another course. Now the department want to get strict on this thing. If you are changing the course, make sure that deals with your career progression. For example, you came in Master of Research or PhD and you're applying a visa in Diploma of Hospitality after completing the PhD. So there is no connection between that. So there will be high chance of refusal. So department clearly said there should be course progression or career progression, means after senior secondary or diploma, you must be going for the bachelor's or the master's. If you are going backward, there would be high chances of refusal. For the offshore, how the department will assess those files, they will check the background, career progression, future outcomes, and so many other things. The one more thing department has clarified this thing, there would be risk providers. The institutes will be given the rating like level 1, level 2, level 3. More the high risk providers you apply the visa for, the chances would be very less and the processing would be very slow, because the department will check the integrity of the student as well as the institute. So be careful when you apply visa from offshore. It is very crucial now. So which university or which institute you apply the visa for, because that will decide your chances of getting a student visa. So the TR extension as well. The TR extension now, okay, people who are studying for bachelor's or master's in eligible qualification institutes, they're getting 2 years of extra. For example, bachelor usually you get 2 years of TR, now you will be 4 if you're studying eligible qualification. Same with the master, 3 to 5. Now department has clarified this thing, it would be removed because that does not lead towards anything except permanently temporary migration, which department do not want. So therefore only extension would be for the students who are studying in the regional area. Depends on city regional area or major regional area. It will be granted based on that 1 year or 2 years. So there is another things on the point based system. So the one thing the report has mentioned, the factors that are not contributing too much in the point system or which are not helping or assisting the department to find the skilled workers. The first one is NATI and the regional study, because that counts 5 points each towards the point system, but department mentioned that it does not assist us to selecting a skilled migrants that they require. So they have done a research with the Australian National University. So they found that the factors that could be considered or that could help a candidate to get the invitation earlier, or that could help the department to get the skilled workers. The first one is the education, secondly their English, the third is occupation, the last one is age. The age is thing because people who are around 40, 45, they have more skills, they have more work experience. Because of that age factor, it's really hard for the department to choose them. Now, if they will consider the priority to the age factor so that they can get the right skilled workers. So overall, I want to say that if you're working in your field, you will get the priority. So try to utilize your time in Australia, not waste moving from one course to another, because department is getting very strict. Otherwise, you will be stuck in the loophole of agents, institutes, or the department. Otherwise, you will waste a lot of money plus your time, which could delay your other goals. For more information, you can contact us or book an online appointment. Thank you.